So over the past few days, there's been a debate online about whether Apple might be deleting files from your iTunes library and replacing them with encrypted files from their server. So basically, you might be losing your music library due to the way Apple Music works. James Pinkstone wrote this article that went viral. James Pinkstone, by the way, would be an awesome porn star name. Serenity Caldwell, who also has an awesome name, said that this is just a misunderstanding and Apple doesn't delete any files unless you ask them to, in which case it's really not their fault that you don't have the files on your local hard drive anymore. I would like to show you what it looks like when it does actually seem like Apple has been deleting files from your computer. I think that some people like Serenity are not experiencing this problem, so they don't really understand what the rest of us are seeing. So here's a little video. Let's take Portishead. These are albums that, as you can see, I had back in 2011. These are ripped from CDs, way before Apple Music ever existed. Apple has uploaded these songs to the server and matched them with versions of the song that they have, so that I can stream these songs anywhere I go in good quality. If I try to play these songs, I get this. Anyway, the song starts to play, as you can see. So it seems like everything's fine. The issue is that in some cases, as you can see, the song actually plays just fine. So seemingly everything is just great. However, the situation is that if I actually look whether the files are on my computer, they are not. So if I search for Portishead, I get very few results. So in my actual local library, only 4 of these songs are present on my computer. And if I ask Apple, if I try to download these songs to my local library, they don't get added to my folder of songs. They get added to the Apple Music folder. As you can see, I just downloaded Mysterions. Let's download Sour Times. You see it shows up. So Apple is giving me back the song, but it's giving it to me in an encrypted Apple format. And it's adding it to the Apple Music folder. So when I unsubscribe from Apple Music, these songs will actually disappear, and all I will be left with are the songs I have available locally, which are only 4 of all of these songs. Now, how would we know whether I actually ever had these songs, and this isn't just some kind of a hallucination on my part? Well, we can use Time Machine to check. So let's go back and check the last available backup that I have. So as you can see, back in February, I had all of these albums in full. I mean, the entire albums locally available to me in this folder. So if we go back, you see that for some reason these have disappeared. You just have to kind of believe me that I did not delete them myself. I haven't had any issues with my computer. I haven't had to reinstall the operating system. I haven't had to restore from backup at any point. And I did compare the music folder I had, the size of the music folder I had back in February and the one I have now, and it went from 90 gigabytes to 30 gigabytes. So 60 gigabytes of music has disappeared from my hard drive the same way that these Portishead albums have disappeared. And it would seem that I cannot even get these back because any song that Apple has been able to match to their server and that has disappeared from my hard drive, I can only get back in an encrypted format, which I can only hold on to until I am subscribed to Apple Music. So 60 gigabytes of my music could potentially be lost the day I unsubscribe from Apple Music. This is especially troubling in slightly more obscure situations. For example, this band that I got their music back in 2010 from a website download. They're not really well known. These were demos. And as you can see, in most cases, Apple Music has not been able to match the songs to a server version, which is actually really good news, because in some of the cases, in the case of the Cadillac Summer, for example, Apple thinks it's been able to match the song to a server version, except that they're wrong. So if I play this song, you can see that it's actually a really, really bad song from the band Sparks and not from Appy and the P. So in the case of this song, for example, this song's gone forever because Apple has mistakenly synced it to a song on their the wrong song that they have on their server. So even if I download it back to my computer, I get it back encrypted, and I get the wrong song back. I haven't seen many such examples, but in cases of demos and songs that you might have that are less popular, those songs might be gone forever if Apple did a bad job of syncing them to their own library. Suffice to say that in any case, 60 gigabytes of music is a lot to go up in smoke. And the real issue is that in most cases, you won't even realize that those songs are gone, because when you play songs from your iTunes library, they start playing as if nothing was wrong. I only checked up on this after I read James's blog post, and that's when I realized that indeed some files, even though they look like they're available to me locally, have actually vanished from my hard drive. I don't think this is intentional on Apple's part. This isn't how Apple Music is supposed to function, but somewhere between February and today, there was a bug, an update of some kind that triggered this, corrupted my music library, I guess, and so those songs are gone. Because people don't realize that this has happened to them, they might not think to restore from a backup until it's too late, and as you know, Time Machine backups can overflow, in which case they get written over. So the clock might be running out on restoring from a backup if you don't even know that this problem has happened to you.